Are you ready for what you seek to manifest? The desire for immense wealth is a common aspiration, and the journey to financial abundance requires a transformation just like any other.
One of the fastest ways to create something in your physical reality is to reverse the normal process by which we create things. Usually we create things first by thinking about it. I think I'll go to that party. And then we say something about it, as in, Matilda, I'm coming to your party tonight. And then we do something about it, as in showing up at the party. That's generally how we produce things in our reality. In fact, everything in this room was once a thought. There is nothing that was not once a thought in someone's mind somewhere. But if you want to really play tricks with the universe and create magic with the stuff of life itself, reverse the thought, word, deed paradigm. Turn it upside down and start with the deed. That is to say, act as if. If you want to experience abundance, be abundant and do as abundance does. If you have only $5 left to your name, go to a store and get them made into singles. Take 5 singles and walk down the street and give a single to each of 5 people who have even less than you do. And by the way, you will find those people very easily.
The very foundation for successful manifestation is finding who you are in your essence. And once you've found that, that already contains everything that you could wish for on a feeling level. So you then, whatever you attain then, comes out of the state of fullness, not out of a state of lack. So when you feel the fullness of life that is within you, that's inseparable from the present moment, it's inseparable from who you are in the depths of your being. When you find the fullness of life, you virtually have everything already. Nothing that you could obtain, possibly obtain, could improve upon this realization.
I'm going to show you how you can create what you want in your own life. You can have anything you want. Nothing is impossible.
I'm not supposed to ever be sick. Never. The body is a miraculous machine that has been created to take care of itself and heal itself if we don't interfere. That you make yourself sick. And if the mind is powerful enough to make yourself sick, it's also powerful enough to heal you. First we got to find out why. Why did you do this to yourself? What were you trying to tell yourself? Every disease is the body talking to you.
Be very clear on what it is that you want. Spend 5 minutes sitting down and visualizing those things being true, and then give gratitude for that. Like, see it, feel it in your body, taste it in your mouth, hear it in your ears. Completely immerse yourself in that for 5 minutes, longer if you can. And then just be so grateful for all of that. Essentially what you're doing is moving your brain from a fear state to a trust state. And that is the gateway to making these changes.
You can manifest absolutely anything that you want in this life, but you've got to deeply, deeply imagine it, and not just imagine it from the outside looking in. You have to imagine you are there. You have to feel the feeling of where you are, smell the smells, listen to the sounds. You have got to trick your mind and body into believing it is real. It will put an imprint on the universe and it will pull you towards it. That's how manifestation truly works.
I will attract into my life what I am, not what I want. And I am capable of attracting all things that the source is capable of attracting. You get what you are rather than what you want. You can't go around and ask these divine beings, angels, whatever you want to call them. You have to become like they are. When you become angelic, when you become a divine being yourself, when you are giving, when you are serving, when you are in that place, they will come to you. Put that into your imagination. I am well. I am happy. I am content. I am fulfilled. Even if your senses tell you that you're depressed, you don't say I am depressed, because if you say I am depressed, you connect with depression, and the universal source, God, whatever you want to call it, will align in such a way to offer you whatever it is.
More depression.
So to create what you really care for, first and foremost thing is that what you want must be well manifested in your mind. That this is what I want. Is that what you really want? You must look at it, because any number of things in your life you have thought, this is it. The moment you reach there, you realize that's not it. So what is it that one really wants is one thing. First of all, we must explore. Once that is clear, and we are committed to creating it, now there is a continuous process of thought in that direction. Once you can maintain a steady stream of thought without changing direction, definitely this is going to happen in your life, or it will definitely manifest as a reality in your life.
Now is also the time to become to the new version of yourself you seek to manifest. By taking on the attributes of the new, you will be able to resist focusing on scarcity and complaining. Your evolved mindset will respond differently with a sense of abundance and security, and you will not recoil from challenges, but instead consider how to best deal with these situations.
The way of manifesting doesn't change whatsoever. You probably just think it does. If you can manifest $1, then you can also manifest $10 million. There is no difference. There is also no logic whatsoever in manifesting. It can literally unfold in the most surprising ways.
Like Jesus, for example, the reason that he was able to perform miracles with such ease was because his energy was so clear, it was so crystalline, and his energy field was very, very big. He didn't have karma, he didn't have any unhealed wounds, he didn't have crap on top of him that obstructed his energy, and so his energy field was clear and expansive. And that was what was helping with the manifestation of miracles. Now, if you want to learn how to cultivate your energy, grow that energy field, and get to a place where you can manifest miracles in your own life,
by declaring your commitment to manifestation, you are opting for a reinvention, choosing a new version of yourself. It is this new reimagined self that the universe will sculpt and gently guide you to live as the person who has already overcome many challenges along your journey.
I have an insane belief in my own ability to manifest things. Insane belief. I think it's ultimately complete sanity. I believe we're creators, and I believe we create with every thought and every word. Every moment is pregnant with the next moment of your life. We all start out with a false belief about ourselves, with some untrue thing that we believe walking through our lives. I'm not worthy, I'm not lovable, I'm gonna fail. Whatever your basic mistaken belief about yourself is, you form a personality around. You know, it's the grain of sand in the oyster. So I form characters that way a lot of times. I'll ask myself, what's the speck of sand?
If you're talking about manifesting your dreams, it only requires two things. It requires a clear intention. An intention is a vision, a possibility. The moment you say, what would it be like to be healthy? What would it be like to be wealthy? What would it be like to have a new home? What would it be like to have a great job? And you get this idea in your mind, that's intention. Then you write down the details. Okay, I want to travel around the world. I want to have great benefits, great insurance. I want to work with really cool people. I want to have a chance to be creative. And you list all of those individual elements to fortify your dream. The more you get clear on those details, the more your brain begins to work in new ways. The moment you get inspired and you begin to feel what it would be like to live in that future, your body is getting a chemical sampling, an emotional sampling. It's getting a taste of the future. What is the emotion you would feel if you had your dream come true? Incredible gratitude. If you can hold on to that emotional state of gratitude, your body is living in that future in the present moment. And that's when we begin to see the miracles happen.
Talk about manifesting. It's fucking real, man. Manifesting is real. When you figure out who you are and what you want to do, and you devote your life to it like a maniac, like you're all in on this thing, and you manifest, most of these people end up doing what they say they're going to do and being who they say they're going to become. It's real. And there's no excuses. There's no not willing to grind and everybody's against me and this didn't happen for me because of this and that and all this whining. It's these people who dive in and they're hardcore and they're focused and they know what they want. They know who they are. And they lay out these short-term goals and this roadmap on how to get there. Most of those people make it.
There's a psychological phenomenon called the Tetris effect, which says that the thing that you look at last thing at night imprints on your subconscious more strongly than anything else during the day. When we go from being asleep to waking up, or being awake to falling asleep, they're called the hypnopompic and hypnagogic stages. And they are stages where our subconscious is very susceptible to suggestion. And so I keep my physical action board next to my bed so that I see it first thing in the morning and last thing at night.
you must realize that the universe has a unique way to prepare you for what's to come. In essence, the universe is testing your commitment and authenticity, seeking to question whether your desires come from your heart and if you are genuinely prepared to embrace the reality you seek.
There's a law of the universe called the law of abundance, the law of attraction. You can have anything you want once you know what it is. One of the main lessons you come to Earth to learn is how to manipulate energy. Everything is energy. And you come to Earth to learn how to manipulate that, to be a master manifester. First, you have to know what you want. And a lot of people say, well, I need this, I want this. Those are the wrong words. In creating your reality, if you say, I need, I want, well, see, you're creating a lack. And you're putting it off by, I want it. No, the wording is, I have it. And you got to believe it. Because if you can see it in your mind as already done, already happened, it must occur. That's a law of the universe. Choose in this dialogue is paramount. Akin to tuning a radio to your favorite station. Only when resonating at a higher frequency can you engage meaningfully with the universe, turning affirmations and vision boards from mere wishes into potent tools. Impatience emerges as another stumbling block. The universe operates on its own perfect timing, not swayed by our desires for instantaneous manifestation.
What would you say then is the most powerful law of the universe to support individuals in creating the reality of their dreams?
Yes, that's such a good question. It is I am. So just the words I am. So it is the spell that is cast that will manifest. If it's I am bad, guaranteed what you will get. Our identity believes that we have. So what I believe I am, I have in life. Not what I want. What I want, I'm constantly searching for out here, out here, out here. What I believe that I am, I get every time.
Understanding that the moment a desire is conceived, it already exists in the quantum realm, awaiting vibrational alignment. Navigating this intricate dance, remember that the road to manifestation isn't always linear. Twists, turns, and detours offer opportunities for growth and change.
What most people do is they say, I want the new house, the new car, the new relationship, and then they visualize that, but when they visualize it, they never get in touch with how it would feel if it happened. They're hypnotized into feeling the emotion when it happens. So they may do a little meditation and they open their eyes and their senses say it's not there. Yeah. What do? They experience more lack. Yeah. You have to truly change, then close your eyes, disconnect from the environment, sit your body down and don't get up and do anything. And now, teach your body emotionally what that future feels like before it happens. Yeah. You have to stay in the feeling of that future in order for you to be aligned to that destiny. When there's a vibrational match between your energy and it's synchronized with some potential in the quantum field, you no longer have to go anywhere to get it. You're going to begin to draw events or experience to you, and they're going to come in a way that you cannot predict.
Every thought, word, and feeling contributes to a conversation with the universe. When positive and clear about desires, the universe listens. Remember, what you do affects everyone and everything around you. Each thought, each affirmation becomes a melody resonating with the universe's frequencies. Your desires, akin to musical notes, find harmony in the cosmic orchestra.
When people have lower consciousness, because they're not strong enough in their consciousness to really manifest everything they want, they really need to take care of themselves more. Eat better, better nutrition, do more exercises, do these things to add to your health. But the surprising thing is, if you get more and more and more conscious, there's a point where you get so conscious, then you become like the person we refer to as Jesus, who does all these miracles. And what did Jesus say about the miracles? He said, you could do these better than I could do them, but you don't believe. And that is the absolute truth. Because when you fully have control of your consciousness, with that belief, you do create the